to 100 plus kids during the pandemic time. On the professional front, he works as a general manager, cyber defense at Great Learning. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Aniket Amdekar to give that welcome speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudesh. And a very good evening to each and everyone who is present in this meeting. Now, before I move forward, I would like to know your tenure in Toastmasters. If you have been in Toastmasters for 1 year, put 1 year. If you would like to join Toastmasters in the next, let's say 1 month, put -1, because then your tenure is in the negative right now. So let's fill the chat with the tenures right now. And while, 10, 3, 1, -1, see, I see minus coming in. Cool. I see 4 coming in, 3, very good. There are lots of people who have spent some time in Toastmasters. Look at that. DTM Arjun says 9 years. Gauri says -1, 3 months, 4 months. Wow. See, Satish also says -1. Oh, fantastic. All right, cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for your immediate and overwhelming response to that. Well, the reason we are conducting this quick session is because I remember when I had joined this club, I was quite intrigued. It was an evaluation contest going on in the IFIM MBA college. I was sitting in the front seat for a change. And I could see one of the Toastmasters coming in, delivering a fabulous speech, and then 9 Toastmasters coming one after the other and evaluating it at a clinical level. All of this was so many things, which is why we thought, why don't we take this opportunity and invite our new members and see what they have been thinking, see what they have been doing and learning. So let's get started by inviting on the stage the following new members from our club. Let's start by inviting Toastmaster Arun Nandagopal, the Zoom admin. Please add them to the spotlight. Then let's invite Kavina, Toastmaster Amit Kumar, Toastmaster Rajesh M, Toastmaster Mahwah, and also Toastmaster Tulika, if she is in the meeting. Okay, I can see Amit Kumar is here. Toastmaster Kavina is also here. Mahwah is here. Cool, thank you. Then we had Rajesh and Arun N. All right, cool. Thank you so much. So now we are going to have a quick interview with you guys. Okay, is everyone okay? Hearts fluttering. Interview out of nowhere suddenly. All right, cool. So now I want to start with Toastmaster Arun. So Toastmaster Arun, in your past few months with this club, what has been your biggest learning?
My biggest learning here in this club is I have been to many other clubs, but I have not seen a club where it has so many distinguished Toastmasters and so many people who I can look up to and learn. And every meeting, I learn a new thing, the way of how to deliver a speech, how to conduct a meeting, and it's been a great learning, I can say, in terms of leadership or speaking. It has always been a pleasure to be a part of this Electronics City Toastmasters Club.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arun. With that, let me go to Toastmaster Amit. Toastmaster Amit, out of all the roles that you have taken in the club meetings, which role did you enjoy the most?
Basically, I have taken few roles. Like last time, I have taken the grammarian roles, and earlier I have taken the timer roles.
Yeah.
And apart from this, I have not taken any kind of role. So, yeah, grammarian is a little bit typical, but it's a good role because you are going to evaluate the person who is like throughout all these things, like by his phrase wise, by his voice modulation, by his grammar, like whether his grammar is correct or not, and there is so much other things. So I can say, yeah, the grammarian role was quite good actually as compared to timer role. So this is my opinion.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, for that answer. Thank you. Now let
Thank
me
you.
go to Toastmaster Mahwah. Hello, Toastmaster Mahwah. How are you doing?
Hi, hi Aniket. Good evening. Yeah, I'm
Good
doing good.
evening.
Thank you.
So you have had 2 stints in our club where you have been a member for some time, then you took a break, and then now you're back. What change do you see at your professional work or in your personal life that has come in because of Toastmasters?
Yeah, I can see a significant difference when I enroll for the Toastmaster Club, especially the communication. So I believe that communication doesn't mean that speaking English, but communication means is that understand people's mind and react accordingly. So when last 1 years I was with my parents and I play a significant role, like from the chapter 1, like Toastmaster manual chapter 1 to chapter 10, voice modulation, understand the people's mind, and all the chapter all together I played in my family members, and I felt a lot of difference in the relationship, because when in the pandemic time, most of the time we have to spend time with our family member. So this Toastmaster journey helped me a lot, and I hope I will I'm sure I will continue this journey with a full consciously. Yeah, thank you, Aniket.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahwah. I would also like to share with everyone that a few months ago, Toastmaster Mahwah surprised everyone when she said that she has been to more than 13 or 14 clubs across the world to deliver her speeches and taking roles. Correct me
Yeah,
if
it
the
was
number is
a
wrong.
great experience to travel to different countries and attend the meeting. And especially, I would like to thank my husband who tolerate me at the 2 o'clock to attend the meeting. So it was a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahwah. See, that's the inspiration. It does require a lot of support from our family members as well when we are pursuing these passions. Okay, talking about passion, and let me go to the next passionate Toastmaster we have, Toastmaster Kavina.
Hello, DTM Aniket.
Hello. So, Toastmaster Kavina, what has been your favorite meeting in your second stint? Favorite meeting that you remember and it had a lot of joy?
Yes, as soon as you asked this question, all I could think was a roasting session with DTM Ashish. That was my favorite. Can't say enough. I really like the passion that everybody brought in, and the comradeship that the entire Electronics City Toastmasters Club holds. That's something that I enjoyed in that meeting, and to me that is really close to my heart so far.
Oh, wow. Nice. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kavina. That was wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you.
I would also like to share, recently she delivered her icebreaker. And not because the project demanded it, because she was starting a second inning in Toastmasters. So she said, why don't I start with icebreaker? And then I will go on to my next. So I love that spirit that you have. Keep it up, Toastmaster Kavina. Our club is fortunate to have you as a part of our members. Now let's go to Toastmaster Meenal. All right, Toastmaster Meenal, my question to you is, out of all these events, we have educational sessions, we have had contests, we have had multiple facets of Toastmasters. Which one excites you the most?
Okay, so I think the educational, all the events have been superb. All the learnings have been very different and great, but somehow the educational sessions that I have attended from some of the senior and experienced member have been amazing. And one I still remember is by DTM Maria from our sister clubs. I still cannot forget that meeting, and I'm trying to apply many of my learnings that I had from that session till date. And I'm really looking forward to our next education session as well.
Fantastic way to hyperlink that into your speech. Well done. You are learning. Very nice. Okay, so now I have been asking a lot of questions to you. Now all of you get to ask me a question as well. Time, or do we have time for this? Our timer is already on the screen.
We have around 2 minutes.
All right, 2 minutes. Abdul, Toastmaster Abdul, you are not a new member. So hand disqualified. But we'll come back to you for sure. Okay. All 6 of you, if you have a question, you get to ask that now. It's not just to me, it's to anyone in the club, really.
Aniket, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So, yeah, you were saying you like the old manual a lot. So even I am a fan of that old manual. Which was your favorite project in that?
Interpretive reading. In that, I remember I had done 2 interpretive reading projects. One was the I Have a Dream speech, and the second one was a poem by Rabindranath Tagore. And in both of them, while doing the reading, I was getting emotional. It was in a different club. It was a fabulous experience. But then again, we should not be the prisoners of the past. We should be dreaming about the future. So, which is why I would say we have the same scope in our current, I would say, framework as well. All it takes is for us to pick up the same subjects and put them in a new context. And the pathways can still be used for doing all of this. So I would not say I miss the old manuals. They were so great. Oh, no. We have got many more interesting things. We can all challenge ourselves by creating a podcast or doing something else. So it all up to our imagination. Thank you for the question, Toastmaster Arun. Okay, time is green and so is the mood. So with that, I would like to end this quick session, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for being active members, not just members, but active members of the club. We really appreciate that. And thanks a lot for your time. Thank you everyone for having me as in this quick session. And I will hand the stage back to the golden voice of our club, Toastmaster Sudesh.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Aniket Amdekar. And I have not seen this kind of welcoming message or welcoming session in the past. Quite a learning for me. I'm sure that you all would have learned something, especially distinguished Toastmaster Aniket was providing insights to the new members, challenging them, and what was the learning that they had during their stint. It's still going on as a Toastmaster. Let's hear for distinguished Toastmaster Aniket Amdekar. Now, how many leaders here? Raise your hands if you're a leader. Yeah, quite a few. Are there any tricks about leadership? We want to know, we want to learn the tricks and nuances of being a leader. So coming next, we have an education session from District 121, Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Arjun Sundarraj.